of the Louisiana Blue Foundation, Mr. Michael Tipton.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 31st presentation of the Angel Award. On behalf of the Foundation's team, our board of directors, and our colleagues at Louisiana Blue, thank you. Thank you for joining us, whether you're here in the room or tuning in from across the country. Tonight, we're here to celebrate 10 extraordinary individuals who are making a lasting difference in the lives of children across the state of Louisiana. Since 1995, Louisiana Blue has honored changemakers through the Angel Award, recognizing those people who help children grow and thrive and chase their dreams. 31 years and nearly 250 honorees later, we're proud of this program, but even more, we're proud of the lives our angels have touched. At the Louisiana Blue Foundation, we focus on improving the social conditions that shape health. The Angel Award shines a light on those everyday factors: food, housing, safety, and yes, hope, that in some cases matter just as much as medical care to improve the health and lives of children. For many honorees, this recognition and the $30,000 grant to a nonprofit of their choice is a catalyst. It helps them grow their reach and deepen their impact. Many of their organizations have grown into leaders in their fields, and we're grateful to support their work long after this ceremony ends. Tonight, we are joined by our past Angel Award recipients. We call them Wings. If you are a previous Angel honoree recipient, part of our Wings community, would you please stand and let us recognize you? Thank you all for being here. We're deeply honored to be joined tonight by so many supporters from our Louisiana Blue family, including our CEO and members of our senior management team, members of both the foundation and company's board of directors, as well as leaders from throughout Louisiana Blue. Thank you to all of you for joining us here tonight. Thank you also to our state and local officials, some of whom have made a point of being here year in and year out. Your presence means a great deal to us and to our Angel honorees. Thank you for making the time to be here. And thank you to each one of you, whether you're here in the room or watching at home. Your commitment to good work on behalf of Louisiana's kids is amazing. We hope you leave inspired by our Angel stories, and for those of you who are here in the room, because inspiration sometimes leads to a tear or two, you have Kleenex by popular demand from those who've attended previously. So grab that before we begin. Now, before we begin, we take a moment each year to reflect upon the deeper purpose of this work and to thank those who make it possible. To lead us in that reflection, I'd ask you to please help me welcome Paula Shepard. She's the Executive Vice President of Health Plan Operations and Technology at Louisiana Blue. With more than 20 years of leadership, Paula is a champion for inclusion, justice, and mentorship. She also co-pastors Philadelphia Christian Ministries with her husband, Bishop Curtis Shepard. Please join me in welcoming Paula Shepard.
Good evening, everyone. Let us bow our heads. Gracious and eternal Father, we say thank you for this evening. Lord, I ask blessings upon this assembly tonight. I ask blessings, Lord God, upon the Louisiana Blue Foundation, upon Louisiana Blue, Lord God. Father, I ask blessings upon Michael Tipton as he continues to lead this foundation, Lord God. I ask blessings upon the foundation's board, Lord, as they continue to move with wisdom and knowledge to help advance Louisiana. Father, I ask blessings upon Louisiana Blue and Brian Kimmerlink, who you have appointed, Lord God, to lead the organization, and my fellow senior management team members, as well as our board, Lord. Father, tonight is a celebration. It is an honoring of those who have chosen a path that is honorable to serve children. Your word says that children are delights from you. And Lord, as we move forward tonight, I present to you Miss Armour, Miss Robertson, Miss Todd, Miss Nicholas, Miss Stanfield, the Wilmores, Mr. Jackson, Miss Tarver, and our own Blue Angel, Mr. Vignair. I ask that you continue to endow them with a spirit to serve and a heart to love the children of Louisiana. Lord, I ask in the name of Jesus that you bless everyone who is assembled here, and let this be a light to our community. Let this be a path for growth for our children who truly are our future. I pray and I offer this prayer and supplication in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Paula. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're honored to welcome back a familiar and beloved face as our Master of Ceremonies. She's an accomplished entrepreneur, a devoted mother, and a celebrated news anchor. She generously shares her talents with numerous nonprofits, including ours, and was honored with the Iris Empowered Woman Award for Outstanding Contribution to Women in Film and Television by her peers, the Women in Film and Television of Louisiana. Please join me in giving a warm and enthusiastic round of applause as we welcome to the stage Melanie Hebert.
Good evening. You know, every year they give me this nice warm welcome, you guys. And I have to say, I think it is I know it's in the Bible, whatever you give, you will get back tenfold, in so many words. And every year I come and they thank me for donating my time, but I get back so much more from this event than I give. So thank you, all of you, for being here tonight. And not only those who are honored as angels, but those who are supporting the angels, because it takes a village, right, angels? It takes a village at home, the spouses, the kids, the neighbors, and to do the work that you do. So thank you for having me back, and thank you to Paula for those beautiful words of prayer tonight. This really is one of my favorite events. I love coming here every night. And to each of our honorees, I mean it when I say if there's ever anything that I can do to help support your cause, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I really mean that. And speaking of support, there are ways for each of you in here tonight to support all of our causes and all of our angels, whether that's watching from home or if you're here in the room with us. You can uplift our honorees and their causes. You can find out how to support these organizations with the QR codes located in the program tonight or on the corner of your viewing screen if you're at home. Okay, are you ready to get started? Now that all the Kleenex moments are, yeah, right. The Kleenex moments are not gone. Get those Kleenex out. I'm impressed with Blue Cross, by the way, for thinking of the Kleenex this year. That was a nice touch this year. All right, so we're ready to kick things off with a huge round of applause for tonight's angels. Let's hear it for everybody to get the spirit up, because I was like in a moment there, a sentimental moment. We are going to begin with Dr. Dawn Stanfield tonight. That's our first angel honoree, and this is the program director of North Louisiana's only school for children on the autism spectrum. After losing her own daughter, Dawn turned grief into purpose. Her work helps families feel seen and supported. Let's take a closer look at her unwavering dedication.
I got started being an advocate for individuals with disability 21 years ago. My late daughter had autism, and 20 years ago we didn't have services. I have moved her from one school to another because the other school had a better service that they could provide. I have had to pay out of pocket for therapies and all of these things. When she passed away, it was, these kids still need me. It's part of who I am. It's part of my everyday life, and it's part of what makes me feel like other parents aren't going to have to go through what I went through.
Good job.
Good job.
My name is Dawn Stanfield. I am the Special Ed Coordinator and Program Director for the Academy of Collaborative Education. ACE is one of 10 schools in the entire nation that are public charter schools for kids with autism. We were co-founded by a mom whose child had autism and a speech therapist who realized that her kid wasn't going to get what they needed educationally.
The need for a school like ACE in this area in Northeast Louisiana is great. ACE is in its first year, and we started with 93 students, K through 5, and next year we will grow to 6th grade, and we will be at 126 students next year. We meet them where they are. We meet them at their need, but we are able to scaffold them to an education just like other kids in a small setting.
Cheese.
Harlem, she's a very unpredictable child. I didn't get answers where I was. I felt hopeless. I was promised that they had a self-contained class. They did not. She was in a classroom full of 28 kids, and she was under the table. I immediately snatched her out of there, and at that point I was at limbo. I'm just scrolling on Facebook and I see ACE. It became a home away from home. You feel comfortable at home, you feel relaxed at home. I felt that here.
ACE has given me the hope that Ava will be able to find her place. She's just allowed to be her at ACE. And that's the best part. These children, these students are allowed to be who they are. I feel like this is personal for Dawn. It's not just a job for her. It's everything to her. She genuinely cares about these children and she wants to see them succeed in life.
Dawn is an angel. Dawn is the most humble person I've ever seen. So not only is she an angel, she's my angel.
It's not an angel! It's so hard!
I don't ever do anything for any kind of recognition. It's about these kids, it's about my staff. And it just makes me realize that 21 years ago, this little girl taught me how to be different. Okay, there. These kids reminding me of her is the joy of it. I will never get my child back. I grieve that, but I have so many other kids that I have impacted. I have so many other kids that I'm able to be a part of their day and to make them feel loved. And I think that is my power. That is why I keep doing it, is because I can come to school every day and see the changes in these kids. Big squeezes.
Let's welcome Dr. Dawn Stanfield to the stage tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you. So real quickly, just want to say thank you to God first and foremost for giving me a heart to serve others. Sorry, I cried. Yes, I want to thank my family, who is not only a huge supporter of me, but they support ACE. I have family that works at ACE, and they're there whether it's an after-school event or they're there from 8 to 3 every single day and love it. And I'm just very thankful for that support team.
Thank you again, Dr. Dawn Stanfield. Everyone is an inspiration to us all. Next was my neighbor, sat right next to me, and I love her already, Miss Divine Bailey Nicholas, doula and founder of Community Birth Companion. After having concerns dismissed during her own high-risk birth, Divine became a fierce advocate for culturally aware care in rural Louisiana. Her work brings education, support, and dignity to families, tackling the state's maternal and infant health crisis. Let's hear Divine's story.
Blow Miss Divine a kiss. Blow her a kiss. Mwah.
The statistics in Louisiana regarding maternal health is overwhelming. It's a birth justice issue. It's a human rights issue. This is an issue that can be fixed.
It's our bonding time. I don't think I'm ready to give that up. Aww.
If we just get one that has a positive outcome, we're making a difference. And that's what we do day to day. I am Divine Bailey Nicholas, the founder and executive director of Community Birth Companion.
Does it have a cap on it?
Yes. We're a grassroots organization really based in decreasing infant and maternal mortality rates through childbirth education, breastfeeding support, and community doulas. Right now in Louisiana and specifically in St. Landry Parish, we're at about 2 times the rate of maternal mortality amongst Black families and also with infant mortality.
It's when we don't listen and when we don't validate someone else that we lose more than just trust. We lose lives. Doulas, as well as other healthcare providers, whether they're doctors or nurses or, PAs, working together in a community where others may be shunned because they may be obese, they may live below the poverty line, they may be advanced maternal age. When you work together and you change the mindset of how they see themselves, how society see them, and they have positive outcomes, then we are doing what we have been called to do, and it works.
It's so important to break down silos in the healthcare system. We need pediatricians, OBs, midwives, doulas, lactation support, the Department of Health, WIC. We need to all know what we're doing because so much of the work that we do overlap. We really pride ourselves here at Community Birth Companion to provide a circle of care. That type of connection that we're all talking to each other is very important, that we have everybody on the same page.
I was told that I would not have children. And to look at him and see that this is what I have, this is what God gave me. And he's healthy, he's thriving in every way possible. It is amazing, it's unbelievable. I cry many days looking at him thinking that this is mine. I finally, I was able to be a mom.
A lot of our mothers, they come in. We have the first-time moms that are just terrified. They hear so many stories of, I had a friend, my mom, my aunt, this happened to them. But when you have a doula that is invested 100% in not just the physical outcome, but the emotional outcome, and it really does make a difference.
I honestly don't think that I would have been able to do the things that I've done. Having a natural birth, just being able to know that I had them gave me strength. She was made for me, to be there for me and the whole community. She's really an angel.
Angels are called by someone greater than who they are. And when an assignment is given to that angel, it is given for a direct reason. They have been equipped to do it, and when they have been equipped to do it, they will do it to the best of their ability, and guess what? They will not fail.
I just feel that I had a calling, and my calling told me that you can't sleep on this calling, you have to act on it. I'm glad that people are seeing the work that I'm doing, that Community Birth Companion is doing, and I'm just very humbled and very grateful to be supported in that way.
Please welcome to the stage Divine Bailey Nicholas.
I want to thank Louisiana Blue Foundation for choosing me as one of the wonderful angels that's here, and I want to congratulate all the angels. I want to also thank Miss Kimberly Novad, who didn't have to, but she said, I'm going to nominate you. I appreciate you. My family, my friends, my doulas, and my crew that's here today. All of you here sitting today, we are the village to work together in better birth outcomes. We know that the investment in mothers and babies is an investment in our future. I thank you.
Whew, everybody okay? We okay? All right, number 3. Let's meet our next angel, Barry Jackson. Coach Barry Jackson, a steady force at Tara High School for more than 30 years. Recently retired, he has helped more than 1,500 students to graduate, many overcoming major challenges. His guiding belief, knowing who you serve, changes everything. Let's take a closer look at his impact.
Okay, let me get your eyes. Well, I think it's a calling. I just think some professions are a true call, and I think teaching is one. I did an extended substitute job one time, filling in for a guy who had taken leave. And when the students left at the end of the year, I missed them. And I said, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm Barry Jackson, AKA Coach Jackson, freshman seminar teacher and head softball coach at Tara High School.
When you walk into Coach Jackson's classroom, you see students legitimately learning and thinking. You see students getting to engage with each other and talk to each other. They feel supported by him. They feel like he genuinely cares about them.
It's extremely important for our students. The culture that we serve, a lot of our students there don't have the opportunity to have a strong male role model in their homes, and Barry does exhibit that. He's been here a long time, and he's very helpful in not only helping students academically, but helping them with their life skills.
The world that these kids face, the challenges they face today, are in many cases immeasurable. You don't know what they're walking into school with every day, and so to walk into an environment where you know that a coach is, you're going to get consistent love and care and concern, it really gives a baseline for many athletes. It gives them an opportunity to start from a place of solid ground.
When I interviewed Coach Jackson, I found out that in his 30-plus year career of being not just an educator in the classroom, but being a coach, every single one of the students that he has coached has graduated, which is wild to have a 100% graduation rate for one individual when we're in a district where sometimes as many as 30% of students aren't making it to graduation.
Seeing those students walk across the stage at graduation, in particular those that I've coached or those that I've taught personally, that's the ultimate. It's greater than any amount of wins, any championships, any awards. That's the greatest of them all, just to watch them walk across that stage into the many opportunities that's going to open up for them. It's the best.
Now, give it up for the class of 2025.
He's a loyal man, he's a faithful man, and when you're talking about being modeling that for decades, for have someone to look up and say, one day when I get to when I become an adult, when I become a man, or I become a coach, or I become a husband or a father, I want to be like Coach Jackson.
I got first graders that I'm teaching. You walk in, you shake somebody's hand, you look them in the eye. If your jersey should be tucked in, you tuck in your jersey. You thank the refs after the game. Being the helping hand without being told to help somebody, just wanting to be helpful. Coach Jackson is an angel because of just his heart. He is just a good role model to have.
It's just moving. It really is, just to know you have that kind of impact. I mean, that carries so much weight with it. And at the same time, it carries a deep responsibility. See me in that light. It's just humbling. And I'm just grateful that God would give me an opportunity to be a part of what he wants to do through the eyes and a part of what he wants to do in the life of young people. It's just humbling.
Please welcome Coach Barry Jackson to the stage.
First of all, just want to thank God for just the opportunity that he's given me to be a part of what he desired to do through me in the lives of young people. Thank you to the Louisiana Blue Foundation, to Dr. Emma Gist, if she's watching, who nominated me, And of course, to my wife, who endured many nights of me and days of me being away from home. To my daughter, in her youthful days, she's here as well, just coming along because she didn't have a choice. So I just thank her for her support and her love. And of course, just thanks to all of you guys for being here and supporting, such great people who are doing great things in the community. Congratulations to the Angels as well. And again, thank you, God.
Next is Kelly Todd, who leads Volunteers of Youth Justice with a heart for children who have lost their voice. Kelly began as a CASA volunteer, and her passion for children has grown into such a powerful movement to keep kids out of the justice system and help families heal, breaking cycles of trauma and neglect. Let's take a moment to look at her impact.
Something that was instilled at me at an early age from my mother is if you find a problem, don't complain about it. Don't sit around and talk about it. Find a solution. And so I've always tried to, when I recognize there's an issue within anything I do, I always try to find a solution. I am Kelly Todd. I'm the Executive Director of Volunteers for Youth Justice. Volunteers for Youth Justice is a local nonprofit whose mission is to create a community caring for family, youth, and children in crisis. We started off as a volunteer organization for kids in the juvenile justice system. That's where Volunteers for Youth Justice came from. But over the years, we've expanded and added all of our other programming, like our CASA, our FINS, our court programs, our TBRI, our school-based programming, and our Family Resource Center.
Oh, you scored one in your own goal. We have a great ecosystem of partners. So even if the program isn't one that Volunteers for Youth Justice manages, we know who can best help families with whatever their challenges are. And the Harbor, to me, is the culmination of all that. It brings all of those resource providers together to make it easier for families who need to access lots of different resources to get right back on track.
We can treat the children all we want, we can provide services, but we want to get the whole family involved. So this comprehensive set of resources allows us to deal with the entire picture. It's very important to understand the why, and a lot of times when you figure out the why, it's something simple. It may be something as simple as they're not going to school because they didn't have any uniforms that were the right color. But unless you know that root cause, then you'll never be able to help these families.
I think the importance of having the programs that VYJ offer, even from early childhood, it helps keep people out of the system in so many different ways. Sometimes there are situations where a person comes before the judge, they are in court. You always think, I wonder what would have happened if they had mentors, if they had the resources to make sure that they had clean uniforms to go to school and not be bullied, if they had the resources to go to classes to teach them about making better choices. We always think that what if? This is the what if.
Many times, all a kid needs is someone to care about them and to know they have that one person. A lot of times they don't have that. These kids, specifically Elena, she came from a very bad environment, and she didn't understand love. She didn't know me until she saw the difference between the environment she came from and this thing she could call a family. Like, I called her my daughter, and so she felt like family, and that's very important. It makes you feel like you belong. It makes you feel connected.
They're following you.
Follow me.
Yeah, they're following.
That woman has the biggest heart I've ever seen. Thank you. Thank you for molding me into the person that I am. Thank you for being the person that I needed for that support. Thank you for not giving up on me.
She does not like the attention being on her. She does not like the spotlight. But it is hard for those of us who are around her to not want to show the community or the world at large what an amazing leader she is, and to give her the praise that she deserves.
I'm a very humble person. I just do my job. Some days I like to just sit over here and watch families and see them smiling, leaving here smiling, and seeing them armful of groceries or backpacks and school supplies, or just to sit back and know we're helping.
Gentlemen, please welcome Kelly Todd to the stage.
Thank you all. That was a great video. It was so long ago that we filmed it, I forgot what all was in there. But thank you to Blue Cross Foundation and to all the angels. I've gotten to meet so many cool people, and we're looking for ways to collaborate to make Louisiana even a better place to live. But I really want to thank my people that came with me. Stand up, please. This group right here. They do all the work, and I just sit back and watch. So they make it easy for me. But thank you, guys, and thank you again, Louisiana Blue Foundation.
Kelly, the Kleenex came in handy for your group over there. I saw it. All right. Each year, the foundation honors a Blue Angel, a Louisiana Blue employee who goes above and beyond in service to children. Matthew Vicknair, this year's Blue Angel, was inspired by the Angel Awards to join Front Yard Bikes. As a volunteer and board member, he helps youth find mentorship and belonging, guided by one question: how can I help? Here's Matt's story.
I care about today's youth, especially in my community, because they're going to be the ones that are shaping tomorrow. Kids need more mentors and coaches. They need more people that are willing to step up, whether it's, young professionals like myself or whether it's retirees. They need people now more than ever to step up and be willing to come into their lives and be that safe person that they could tell anything to. I am Matthew Vicknair, and I am the board treasurer at Front Yard Bikes, and I also work at Louisiana Blue.
Okay, so now get your brake lever on this side. Front Yard Bikes' mission is to create safe spaces for our kids to realize their intrinsic worth while we help them learn, grow, and build. We do that through bike mechanic programming, urban gardening, cooking programs. We have welding fabrication, tutoring, homework help, and we go on community bike rides throughout Baton Rouge.
There you go, stay straight. You ever seen something so beautiful in your life?
I love Front Yard Bikes because I've been coming here for 10 years and I met majority of my friends here. This is what everybody was technically raised at, This is a part of South Baton Rouge. We come here every day, spend a lot of time here. Kids my age these days, they get in a lot of trouble. And this place right here, this keeps them out of a lot of trouble. Some of my friends, they had got in some trouble, and they was like, where you was, Braylon? I'm at the bike shop. I need some more rim tape.
Correct. Take that up.
This is a good environment. Like for kids after the school, like you could talk to youth counselors about anything.
It's really important that kids need safe spaces, not just in this community, but every community. Working on these bikes is something more than just fixing a bike. It could develop a person, and it could develop into something much greater in that individual.
It's awesome that Louisiana Blue allows their employees to take off of work, to volunteer. It means a lot to me because I'm very much trying to go to any and every event. It makes me feel great that not only does my direct leadership, but leadership above them is promoting that type of work.
Matthew's an angel because his secret power is never giving up. It's personal. I think that's a real value because, we build community and we're doing it through bikes and through gardening and cooking, but the whole point is relationships. that's the real value and point, is that we have people to lean on our toughest days, and we have people to celebrate us when we're doing really well. And I think Matt building the relationships that he has and being very personable makes that difference.
An angel, in my mind, is a special person who comes and helps in an area that's needed. Anything that he can do, whether it's raising money or whether it's just being a positive presence in the building, he is doing all of those things. And in my opinion, that's what an angel does.
It makes me feel good that students feel comfortable to come to me with anything and everything. I want to be that safe place that a student can come and ask any question, whether that be about bikes or whether that be about life. I just want to make a positive impact on our students and on my community.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Vickner.
I just want to start by thanking God, because I could not do this without him. I really want to thank my wife, who lets me go out there to volunteer with Front Yard Bikes. I'm not kidding y'all. Like, I do a lot, and that's not to brag on me, but it's more so to brag on my wife, because she lets me do so much, and I'm so thankful for that. I want to thank my friends and family that are all here tonight. I really appreciate y'all, and those watching online, some of them couldn't be here. But and also I want to thank Dustin LaFont, Executive Director and founder of Front Yard Bikes, former Angel. Dustin is more than just the leader of Front Yard Bikes and the founder. He is a true friend and a true leader, and I'm so grateful for you. And I just hope that tonight inspires you all to go out, volunteer, make a difference, and because I believe that investing in our youth is investing in our future. So thank you all.
And before we move on, we would like to remind you that the best way to help invest in our youth and our future and to help us spread the word about our angels is by sharing their stories. Stories are so powerful. All the videos shown tonight are being shared on the Louisiana Blue Foundation's Facebook page, so be sure to like, share, and encourage each other. Help amplify their impact. Is that agreed? Can we all agree to do that? Most of us in this room are old enough that we're on Facebook, right? Yeah, you know what I mean. If you feel moved to give, use the QR codes in your programs, don't forget, or on your screen if you're watching at home, to donate directly to their organizations. All right, let's keep the momentum going and support this amazing work. Our next angel is from my hometown, New Orleans. Miss Renisha Robertson leads Covenant House New Orleans with a deep belief in every young person's potential. And this is a task. She helps youth facing homelessness, not just to find shelter, but to reclaim hope, stability, and opportunity. Her work breaks cycles and opens doors for thousands each year. Let's look at Renisha's story.
You know how important space is, right? Like creating.
It pains me to know that there are young people in our community who don't have a sense of safety. Homelessness is not just a housing issue, it's a public health issue. It's linked to mental health, it's linked to physical health. We see much higher rates of chronic disease. It's an issue that we all should care about as a society. It's more than just about housing, it's much more than that. I am Renisha Robertson, the CEO of Covenant House New Orleans. 25% of our youth are survivors of human trafficking. These are young people who have come from homes of abuse and neglect, young people who are LGBTQ and have been rejected by family. By the time they reach Covenant House, they've exhausted all resources and they really have nowhere else to go.
You have to understand, we get individuals who literally come here with the clothes on their back, nothing else. We're not only giving them a meal a day, we're not only giving them a place to sleep and a roof over their head, we also have an education and EdVoc program where we help our young people find jobs, partnering with employers in our community. We help enroll them in school, whether it's a high school or whether it's to get their high set or if it's to get a trade. You know, we have a maternal pathways program where it caters to first-time mothers. They have their own apartment that Covenant House furnishes.
It took a big stress off of my shoulders. And so with me having shelter, with me having a mentor, especially with all of the staff checking in on me every day, I really had a great pregnancy mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm very grateful for that.
The babies that are born out of this program so far with these moms all are at a healthy birth. They're all breastfeeding. Those are indicators that we want to track and see. And, you know, in a state that is dealing with a high maternal mortality rate and a high preterm birth rate, programs like the maternal care home really address a critical need of helping to keep babies and moms healthy.
I'm a proud mom. I've raised 2 children of my own, and I've had a hand in raising a lot of other children in my family and community. And that gives me great pride to be able to witness their transformation, that they're discovering who they are and what they want to do and want to be.
Young people need love. They need understanding. They need someone to be patient with them. They need people who are trauma informed. They need folks who understand that they have been through something. And because they've been through something, they may not take the same track as everyone else. They might take them, 2 more steps than the average kid.
It has been amazing. Like my life changed, from me being an 18-year-old girl, still figuring out herself, to being a more mature woman now. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me no more, it's about him.
I feel like I'm doing God's work. I'm able to just be a vehicle for change and a vehicle to ensure that I can spread something that we all need, and that's love.
Please welcome Renisha Robertson to the stage.
Thank you to the Louisiana Blue Foundation for this incredible honor and to be a part of such an incredible ceremony honoring other champions in our community. I just want to thank God for putting me in a position to have an impact in the lives of so many young people. This is truly God's work, and this is God's purpose. To whom much is given, much is required, and it requires all of us together as a community to make sure that every young person in our state and in our nation feels loved, feels joy, and we can celebrate joy, and we can make sure that they have hope and that the potential that lives in each one of them can be realized. Thank you again.
Our next angel is Joanna Tarver, founder of Joanna's Closet in Calcasieu Parish. What began as one act of kindness has grown into a parish-wide mission for her. Her work provides students with essentials like uniforms, shoes, and food so that they can show up ready to learn, restoring dignity and supporting teachers without any red tape. Let's take a look at her impact.
Right now, I'm taking Slims and Huskies and putting them in one box and regulars in another box.
The children need to feel confident when they walk into that classroom. They need to be ready to learn. So they don't need to be thinking about the spot on their shirt or the hole in their pants or the fact that their shoes are 2 sizes too small. And that's our goal, is so that when they walk in that classroom, their worries are how they're going to do on that math test or how they're going to do on that English test, and not the way they look. I'm Dewana Tarver, and I'm the founder of Dewana's Closet in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta go deliver. I can't keep our customers waiting.
I know. The Closet is an organization that provides anything that our students in our public schools need to help them be ready and prepared to learn when they walk into the classroom. That entails uniforms, shampoo to wash their hair with, shoes and socks, clean underwear, sanitary napkins, things like that.
Dewana's Closet, they partner with all the schools in the parish. Every school has families in need. Every school needs assistance with uniforms, shoes, socks, all of the things that she provides through her services.
These are long sleeve turtlenecks.
In order to receive help, a child has to be noticed by an educator. This last week we had a note from a bus driver. We've had cafeteria workers, but it has to be somebody from inside the public school system. Our schools have been in session now for 3 weeks, and we have given out 2,917 articles of clothing and shoes in those 3 weeks, as well as school supplies and things like that. We also do a food program, Food for Thought, and the statistics we see is that probably if you walk into a classroom of 30 kids, there's at least 10 of those kids that are going home on Friday and not sure they're going to have food on Monday.
As an educator, when you come in, you're thinking about how you're going to teach them how to read and how they're going to do math. You don't think about meeting those basic needs, and we honestly don't have the funding and the means to be able to do that. For her to come in and be able to supply those uniforms and those snacks, it helps us, because otherwise it would be us and the teachers having to go out and really spend our own money to be able to do that.
When you would give them new uniforms and they'd come to school the next day, it was like an entirely different child. The smile on their face, they were ready to get involved, whereas before, bless their little hearts, they felt how they looked. And so this has made a huge difference for the self-esteem of all of these little people.
My husband was one of those kids. If there was money for new clothes, the oldest boy or the oldest girl got it. So by the time they got to him, they'd been through 3 brothers, and then they were to him. He would sit in class and realize that his clothes didn't look like the kids around him and his shoes, but he had some elementary teachers that saw something in him, and those teachers provided him with clothing and shoes and things like that.
Miss Dewana has been our angel for 9 years. She's an angel to everyone in Calcasieu Parish. It's not just our school that she helps every kid in every school and every family who's in need. We've had fires that have happened at people's houses. We've had things that have gone wrong, and we call her on the weekend and she steps in, and we've got uniforms waiting at our school. We've got deliveries coming in of anything that our kids have needed. After the hurricanes, we had school supplies, and she was doing that for them, just trying to step in and give the families a leg up so that they can bring their babies to school and have everything that they need.
Dewana is an angel because she is so genuine in what she does and loving these kids and taking care of these kids. I just feel so strongly about what she does, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
I believe we all have gifts that we are given, and I believe that one of my gifts is the ability to shop. And I've always told my husband that, and he never believed me. But this is truly a team effort and a community effort. I could not have done this on my own. My family could not have done this on our own. But this community has just come together and kept this program going for 9 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dewana Tarver, please welcome to the stage. Maybe she can convince us all to have that great ability to shop and to tell our spouses it's a gift, right? Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, especially to my husband, who was one of those kids, who today is the state representative for the state of Louisiana and owns Lake Charles Toyota. So teachers saw something in him. Teachers bought him clothes and teachers bought him shoes. And just made a difference. Anyway, to my husband, my families and friends that saw my vision and bought into it, to the parish of Calcasieu that has supported us so strongly, and to Louisiana Blue Foundation for this generous donation. Your donation will provide 5,000 food bags and buy 5,000 pair of little boys' underwear. And we thank you for that very, very much.
I love when they put it into context where the money goes, right? It's helpful to see that. Thank you so much, Mr. Wana. All right. Yes, and I'm shopping. I'm going home and tell my husband I have a gift. That gift was shared with me tonight, honey. All right, next we have Bonita Armour, founder of B52 Sports Complex in rural Louisiana. This Grant Parish attorney turned an abandoned school into a multi-purpose community center, helping young people find purpose through sports, life skills, and community. Let's watch her story.
Our parish is very poor. It's rural. We don't even have a red light in our parish. I wanted, and that's always been my dream, is to be able to bring something to our parish that our kids would be proud of. Grant Parish went to a 4-day school week, and parents stood up and said, somebody in this parish has got to step up and provide a service for our kids. And I was sitting in the back and I said, okay, God, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but let's do it.
1, 2, 3, B22!
I am Bonita Armour, and I am the president of B22 Sports Complex. B22 is a place where people can come and have education, recreation, good food, and good fellowship. Lots of fun.
This place is so important because there's not much to do around here, especially since now we have phones and video games. To be able to connect with people, you have to have a physical place to do that. For kids, this place is a place where they can come together, they can spend time with one another, and they can learn different sports, different activities that they're unable to do. They can come and learn and play VR games that they don't have. They can play dodgeball, and they can come together and make new friends.
I love that we offer anything and everything that we can for those in our surrounding area for them to come to and find a place that they belong.
When I found out about B22, it was to help me become a better soccer player. Since then, I've worked here at B22, and it's allowed me to grow into different positions and have different opportunities within school, within my own career path of wanting to become a coach and an athletic trainer.
Just that relationship building and seeing her go from being discouraged because of where she came from and those struggles to where she is now, of being able to lead a soccer program, to be able to go to college and to play soccer in college. And that encouragement to say, you can do this, way to go. That's what these kids need, is somebody to pick them up and help them become the leaders that they need to be.
Miss Bonita is somebody that I look to a lot and am very, very grateful for. To have her believe in me and trust me with big roles that I have now and trust that I'm gonna do a good job. She truly has changed my life for the better.
I like to say she's like my second mom. She's been with me for a while. She's given me opportunities I never thought I would have. So she is definitely a special person in my life.
Let's play! I think we're all called. We're all called to do something. We're a community in Dry Prong of 500 people. It just takes hard work, dedication, faith, and belief that it can be done. And it's not just one person. It's a community of people. Now, it may start with one person and them thinking they're crazy, but then it catches on. Everyone, meet the needs of your community. Figure out what it is that that community needs, and you can do it.
and gentlemen, Miss Bonita Armour.
Well, it's not me, it's God. B22 has been dedicated to the Lord as a ministry to serve Him and to help His people. I'm so thankful for Louisiana Blue Foundation for just putting a spotlight right there on the center of Dry Brung, Louisiana, right in the center of our state, a small little village that has such an impact on so many people. I thank God for letting us be His hands and His feet. It's not about one person. It's not about me. It's all those angels out there. Thank y'all so much for dedicating your time, for volunteering. For those at home who are watching at Route 22, I love y'all. Y'all have worked so hard to restore a campus that was abandoned, and now it has become a heartbeat of the community. Thank you all for volunteering, for giving, for donating, and for praying for all of us. Could not have done it without the resources, the leadership that the Lord has given us. I stand with all of these angels, and I watch their videos, and I'm so humbled with the service that you have given to your community all across the state. Keep on keeping on. And for all of those out there here in the audience and who are listening at home, find a need and work so hard. Do your best to try to meet it, whether it's by giving, whether it's by working and volunteering, or whether it's by praying. Just please help serve His people. Thank you, Louisiana Blue, and thank you, God.
I think Bonita needs a podcast. I'm serious. And I really, don't you guys feel I know this isn't a religious organization, but do you feel the energy and power of God working through? Have you heard that in every theme? It's very uplifting because that's what angels do. They uplift us. Thank you. Okay, we saved the best for last. I'm just kidding. They're all equally best, but it's the right thing to say because I just talked about how you should have a podcast, so I want to go in. All right. Last but certainly not least, our final angels. Cherry and Sherry Wilmore, twin sisters and foster care alumni who co-founded Cherish Times 2 to uplift youth navigating the same system that they once did. They lived and experienced and now are sharing a driving, lasting change for Louisiana's vulnerable youth. Let's learn more about their work.
Ooh, move forward 11. Ooh, let me go.
Being a foster child, you feel very invisible. You don't feel seen because not a lot of you. And there's not many people around you that look like you and have experience like you. I feel good. I feel like I'm doing the right thing in the right space for the right time for the right reason. We are so twins. You is my twin. Yes.
A tweet, a two. A bumblebee.
I am Cherry Wilmore. I am Sherry Wilmore.
And we are the founders of Cherish Times 2.
Cherish is a nonprofit that focuses on aging out foster children and helping them to have successful transitions and overcome the many obstacles that foster youth face. Well, we started Cherish Times 2 that focus on foster children because it's our life experience. We grew up in Louisiana foster care system. We spent 12 years in it, and we aged out the system. So we understand what it means to transition from teenage years to adulthood, and what does that look like, and what you don't know what it looks like.
If you really listen to their story from growing up, they didn't have it easy. They even went to separate high schools. There were people who thought they were too much trouble together. That's far from the case, but you know, it's when you're a child, you're in the system, it's kind of what life hands you. Since they've gotten out, it's not what life hands them, they make it happen. And what they've done together is amazing. They are in step, in tune at all times with the same mission.
In this region, we have 356 kids in foster care, and we have about 120 foster homes. I can think of one young lady recently that's in college now. Sherry and Cherry were a part of that. They made sure she had a laptop. She moved on campus in New Orleans. She went to Southern in New Orleans to make sure she had everything that she needed to succeed.
Transitional Love is a program that helps vulnerable populations, particularly foster children, as they transition into adulthood, to help them ensure that the barriers that they face are limited and they have a smoother transition. Some people need laptops, some people need household essentials. Over the years, we have taken little nuggets that we have learned, and we give that to them, and we encompass it with them. So like even today, you'll see with their baskets, it has little notes, it has messages from us. Your notebook is for you to write down your visions and make them real for you. Your wishing well is to dream big and make it happen. Your picture frame is for you to capture your moments. Those little things, the things that we wish we had learned, but that's okay, because everything you learn, you're always supposed to impart in the next generation so that they don't have to learn it as well.
The twins are angels because of their heart. You can just see it come out. Whenever they talk about the foster care system, whenever they talk about their past, they just put their heart into everything. They are becoming the angels of these kids in the system right now, the advocates, the angels, but you have to have community involvement for these kids truly to succeed. And that's the torch that they've taken up, and that's what makes them an angel.
I've been doing this for 29 years, and I've seen children age out, and I've seen how things have turned out. People are victims. They've gone through a lot, and they never lose that mentality. When I met Sherry and Cherry, I saw something completely different. They created a whole new environment of giving outside of their experience.
We realized for ourselves, and not just through the words of our foster parents, that they were truly there for us and they loved us. I'm sure Anna McMahon and Albert McMahon and Louise Navy Wallace didn't see these angels. I'm gonna just be honest. They didn't know who we would become, but they had an expectation that we would be who we are. Yes, and we met it. I think I'm exceeding. Oh Lord, here she goes. She's so extra, y'all.
YouTube channel for YouTube. Please welcome Cherry and Sherry Wilmore to the stage. YouTube star.
Oh, we don't have to share?
No, you just got one. We're going to take a photo first.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please. You got it.
We were waiting to share.
Let's do it.
That's all
I can hold it for you.
Somebody got to break it up. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. I really thought we were going to have to share. We've been sharing birthday cakes for a very long time. And dollars. We got to be short, and we long-winded, so we're going to be short. I will say this, that when we were growing up, we did not think God liked us, and we really questioned why we were born and put on earth, if we were meant to suffer and to have bad experiences, because you want your own mama and your own daddy, and when they fail you, you don't know where to place that hurt. And so then you question the existence of God, the God who loves you, the God who is all-knowing. And so you wonder if this God who loves you and who is all-knowing would allow you to be born into a place like this. However, that mentality comes from it fueled us, and it comes from a place of lack, where you think about what you didn't have, who you didn't have it, when you didn't have it, and how you didn't have it. But we have to change our view
into what passed us and what were we saved from. And that moment came even more real to us when a few weeks ago, DCFS gave us our records. And we found out that we are the third generation who have been involved with OZA's cases in our biological family. And they were involved since 1965. And so what were we saved from was probably the more trauma to impart into a fourth or fifth generation. And so when we have negative experiences and we feel like God doesn't like us or love us, maybe it's not necessarily what we go through, but maybe we change what is fueling us and our view of it. And I will offer you that many times we become what we did not want and we did not like that we experienced. I will offer you that when you meet someone, learn who they are. Allow them to tell their own story and still creating a narrative of who they are. Be open to them. Be generous to them. Be gracious unto them. And I promise you, you will see the love of God in them. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess she said it for the both of us. I'm the oldest. Just so you know, we're from Lake Charles. I just would like to point that out. Y'all failed us in Lake Charles, so we have to go to Homebound. I love y'all though.
Our Lake Charles podcast right there. Lake Chuck, good old Lake Chuck YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. That reminds me, and I will leave you with this. There's a Rick Warren old quote that has fueled me for many years. Pain fuels passion and an intensity to change that you wouldn't otherwise possess. And that's what they are shining. And all of you this evening, I heard so much good come from so much pain. And so that's an inspiration for all. So again, thank you for having me back tonight. And I welcome back to the podium, Michael Tipton. Thank you, Michael.
So folks, before she sits down, let's give Melanie a generous round of applause. As always, you do a fabulous job leading our ceremony. Thank you so much. So before we wrap up tonight's ceremony, I'm going to share just a few closing remarks. So first, I would encourage everyone here to visit the website angelawardla.com to learn more about the inspiring work of all of our angels here tonight. You can find all the videos you saw here tonight. You can find all of the information about how to support these amazing individuals now and in the days to come. So whether you're here in person or online, check out that website and find out more about how you can support these amazing folks. And as often happens when you tend to look at videos like this, someone may have come to mind. You may think, man, that work is like someone I know in my community. If that's the case, nominate them. Nominate them for the Angel Award. As we started last year, nominations for the 2026 class of Angel Awards, our next year's honorees, are open tonight. On that same website at the bottom, you'll find an opportunity to tell us the story of amazing people all throughout the state of Louisiana working on behalf of kids. Please help us find next year's class. After the ceremony, we invite all of those of you here in person to join us for a reception in the lobby. We started doing this format to try and enable an opportunity for all of you to get a chance to meet each other, to visit with our angels, to get to know each other. So please join us for a meal, a drink, take a moment to connect with each other and expand this important work. Now, before we say goodnight, a few final thank yous. To our 2025 angels and all of our wings here in attendance, thank you. Your work inspires all of us. I want you all, our 2025 class and all of our previous angel honorees, to please stand and make yourselves known so we can give you one more round of applause. We are so incredibly grateful for the work you already have done, and we know you will continue to do for Louisiana's children. Thank you again to our foundation's board of directors, to the leadership board and staff of Louisiana Blue, and to the many, many supporters who make this event possible each year. Particularly to our colleagues with the foundation, community relations team, and all those at Louisiana Blue who work with nonprofits and leaders across the state. thank you for your continued excellence and service to our state and to Louisiana's kids. As you can imagine, events like this take a team, from planners and designers, those who put together the graphics and the videos, to who are handling the logistics. This is certainly a team effort and involves many folks from both Louisiana Blue and so many other organizations. If you helped produce this event in any way, if you would please stand so we can recognize you. I'll say a final logistical note. If you do not have a pair of keys in your pocket that you came in with, they are at the welcome desk. You might want those before you go home. I'll just say that while I've got everybody's attention. And two final things. So finally, thank you to each of you who are here tonight. Your support means so much to us and to our angels and to the children that we all serve. We hope you leave inspired to share our angels' stories and support their important work. For everybody here in the room, again, please join us outside of the reception to get to meet our angels and learn more about their important work. And whether you're here in person or watching online, we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you all, and have a great evening.